Paul is building a path across his garden. The path will be 12 feet long. How many paving stones will he need? Well, first of all, let's have a look at the size of the paving stones. 3 paving stones are 300 centimetres, so 1 paving stone is 100 centimetres, which is the same as a metre, isn't it? So each paving stone is 100 centimetres, which is 1 metre. Now, the question is in feet. I don't know how many metres are in a foot, so I'm going to change this to inches so that I can change it to centimetres and then answer my question. So 1 foot equals 12 inches. So to go from a foot to inches, I've got to go from 1 to 12, which is getting bigger. So I'm going to times, and I'm going to times by 12. So 12 feet is 12 times 12 inches, which is 144. Now 1 inch equals 2.5 centimetres. So I now need to multiply my 144 by 2.5 to turn it into centimetres. Note down, 8, 8, 2, 20, 22, 7. Add them together, 0, 10, 16, 3. So that's it in centimetres, provided I put my decimal point in, of course. 360 centimetres. So 12 feet is 360 centimetres, and I need to divide that answer by 100 to work out how many paving stones I'll need. So we just come from here, 1, 2, and I will need 3.6 stones. And we can have a 0.6 stone because we can cut them up, can't we? Match each measurement to its equivalent. 35 centimetres. Well, the first choice I've got is 3.5 metres, and I know 1 metre is 100 centimetres, so that can't be right. So it must be this one. 2.3 grams. To change it into kilograms, I need to times it by 1,000. Divide it by 1,000. So 2 would become 0.2, then 0.02, then 0.002. So it's this one. 0.648 kilometres. To change it to metres, I've got to times it by 1,000. So 0.6 would become 6, would become 60, would become 600. So it's 648 metres. Sean is walking to the shop, which is 2 miles away. He's already walked 0.78 kilometres. How much further does he need to walk? Well, we can't work in miles and kilometres, we need one or the other. So I'm going to work in kilometres. 1 mile is 1.6 kilometres. And we're given that. So if 1 mile is 1.6 kilometres, to change into kilometres, I'm going to times by 1.6. So 2 miles times 1.6, well 2 16s are 32, so 2 times 1.6 is 3.2 kilometres. And I've already walked 0.78 kilometres, so how much further? That's a takeaway sum, isn't it? So 3.20 take away 0. Remember, decimal points like shirt buttons. And the answer is 10 take away 8 is 2. 11 take away 7 is 4. And 2 take away nothing is 2. Right, 4.3217 metres in millimetres. So, if I go to centimetres first, 100 centimetres is 1 metre. So if I started in metres, to get to centimetres, I'd have to times by 100. And then 10 millimetres is 1 centimetre. So once I've got to my centimetres, I then have to times by 10. So 4 times by 100 is 400, so 400, and then that again times by 10 would have my decimal point going 100 and another 10. So it would be 4, 3, 2, 1.7 millimetres. Calculate the volume of the shape. Give your answer in centimetres cubed. Be aware that the measurements are currently in metres. We always convert first. So 1.3 times 100 is 130. 0.1 times 100, well, times 10 would be 1, so times 100 is 10. 1.5 times 10 would be 15, so times 100 is 150 centimetres. And we're just going to multiply these numbers together. So first of all, I'm going to do 130 times 150 by simply doing 15 times 13, and then I'll add the zeros on at the end, just like you add the decimal point in at the end. 0 down, 15. Now I'm going to times by 3, 3 5s are 15, 3 1s are 3, 4. Add them together, 195. And then I've got a 0 off the 130 and a 0 off the 150. And then I've got to times it by 10, so another 0 centimetre cubed.